All right, in this video, I'll share with you a cautionary tale as to how you can actually destroy your career by yourself by doing the most stupid mistake. Obviously, I've changed the details of this individual. So he had communicated this to me and he wanted my advice on some things. Okay, I'll give you a brief so that you understand. So, Indian passport holder based in Dubai, had a job, everything was fine. But, like any other job, nothing is perfect. You don't have the ideal boss, you don't have ideal colleagues, you may not like the company policy or whatever. So, he had his little bit of his ego, and his colleagues also had their ego, and the boss also has their ego. But things were working out fine, and they were actually, he was actually working, getting his monthly salary, going back home. The bone of contention was predominantly, as he put it, sometimes he had to work during off days, which he didn't like. So he would not respond on the phone, and then his manager would call him and shout at him, and he would argue with the manager, and his colleagues were playing the game of politics, ass kissing and this and that. Okay. However, things are not so bad that he would, be terminated, because end of the day, he did deliver what was expected out of him. So this continued for some time until he decided to, search for another job and look out. He didn't take my service for that. And when you have a job in Dubai, UAE, when you have a job, you'll always be offered another job. Okay, so when you have a job, you will be offered another job. That's how it works. And yes, you can negotiate a salary because you are in the position of power. So he did apply for other jobs, hoping for a better job, better environment, higher salary, change, a change would be better, because he worked in this company, I think, for 7+ years or whatever. So applying, he finally, one job offer, two job, three, whatever. But the salaries were not great. Finally, he found something that he did like. It was, slightly a better company, better pay, new environment. He saw, check their website, good projects, everything fine. And a little back and forth in terms of the salary. He negotiated for slightly higher. And lo and behold, finally got the offer letter. So after getting the offer letter, yes, you have to resign from your company, give your notice period. He gave his notice period, but this is where he made a major mistake. Once he gave the notice, obviously they know that he's going to be here for 1 month. There was a 1 month period of handover. So there he started to act cocky. He started to act like not so, or rather you could say he was acting more of an asshole than he actually was. Okay. He didn't respect the manager at all. He vented out all his frustration, all that was bottled up. He started giving back to the manager. He started, arguing with the colleagues, making them feel like, I got a better job offer. And this is something you really should not do in the Middle East. Okay. And I'll tell you why. So started acting like an asshole, started making people feel like shit. And, everyone wanted him just to fuck off. They were just waiting for him to go. And the manager was like, now he can't do anything. Before, he could at least threaten him that, he'll complain to the management and he'll lose his job. But now, he's already resigned. But see, when you hurt someone's ego, they don't forget. So it seems that this manager complained to the management, and maybe he added some masala or whatever. Where you're supposed to hand over properly for a month, finally they said, you don't need to wait for the whole month. You can just leave. Okay. And we will, you can go and join. We will be cancelling your papers and all that. So, for the transfer. He was more than happy. He didn't care a damn. Okay. He got his, the management was actually decent. They gave him his, salary. They gave him everything, whatever was owned to him. So this guy was very happy, overly confident. Yes, new life, new everything. Decided to take a few days off, relax. And he informed the other company that, I'm ready to join whenever you want. Finally, he joined the company, but his old company was asking, please, we want you to get off from our visa, go on that other company visa because we want to cancel it ASAP. Okay. So he's like, yeah, fine, 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 whatever. He didn't care a damn. And he informed this new management that he wanted their visa. Okay. So they said, fine, okay, we will process your papers, give us your passport or whatever, ask them to cancel. So he informed them, and lo and behold, they canceled. They were more than happy to cancel. Now, once you cancel, there is a time period, no, before which you have to move on to the next visa. Okay. But this is where the story didn't go perfectly because after joining the new company, I don't know, maybe things didn't work out, or maybe he didn't know his job properly, or maybe the project got cancelled, whatever. There are so many underlying factors. Um, he was informed that I'm sorry, but things, you know, um basically they had promised him the job, but now they were saying that we have changed our mind. In other words, that we thought we needed you, but we don't need you. Or maybe they got a better candidate, whatever the story was, because obviously they're not going to give him the real reason. Okay. But they were very polite in telling him in a very diplomatic manner that, sorry, but we have to withdraw the offer letter. And this is where he ended up in a limbo. Why? Because, previous company, he was working there. He, even if they were not good, they were at least giving his salary on time. Even if they were irritating or they were, shouting, fighting, he still had a job. He still could, go to office, go back home. Now, because he pissed them off, they wanted him to get out as soon as possible. They wanted him to cancel the visa as soon as possible. And he, in his excitement that he had a new job, told them, yeah, go ahead and cancel. And yeah, they followed his advice. Okay, fine. You're saying go ahead and cancel? Fine. Now he doesn't have that job. He doesn't have this job. And because of this, he got in a panic mode. And I guess he didn't experience unemployment suddenly. So for a long time, because 7 years now working in the company. And this is where he got in touch with me. And I told him, boss, listen, I'm not a guy who can create miracles. I can't make it rain. Um, I don't offer jobs. He was so desperate that he was like, I'll pay you, whatever, I'll give you 1 month salary. I said, it's not the question of 1 month salary. I don't give jobs for cash. I help you in terms of resume rebrand, whatever, my services. And, well, you can't getting a job is also a matter of luck, just like right time, right place, vacancy, whatever. And he just had a few days left that he had to actually exit the country. And he had a choice whether to take another visa or, go back to India or, take a search for another job. For some reason, I guess his parents or whatever, his folks back home said, don't be impulsive, don't take another visa just so fast. Come back home, get your mind sorted out, relaxed, and then we can see. So, unfortunately for him, he didn't get any job within those few days. Went back to India and, took some time off, was licking his wounds or whatever, needed to mentally get back in a happy place. And then he started to apply for jobs again. Um, Once again, got in touch with me, and now he is, getting job offers, but still it's not hitting the nail on the head. Okay. Uh, but why am I sharing this story with you is just as a caution. If you're going to get a new job, don't be overly confident that yes, I got a new job, everything is fine. There is always a probationary period. Okay, that is one. Second one is once you take up a new job, you do not know whether it's bad to worse, jumping from frying pan to the fire. Maybe initially you'll think everything is, great, rosy, fun. Maybe after you join, you'll realize, oh, it's not that great. Maybe they'll advertise or mislead you and telling you, just work 5 days of work and five days a week, and you're supposed to do A, B, C, D, and nothing more. But then after you join, they make you work 6 days a week, or maybe even 7 days a week. They'll tell you, oh, you have to send this project critical, or maybe you'll not like the boss, maybe you'll not like the environment, maybe they'll not fulfill all the terms and conditions that they promise. So many factors are there. And what's worse is, because this guy broke off the relationship in a bad way, now he can never get a letter of recommendation from his old boss. One place where he applied, they said, we would like a letter of reference from your old employer, from your company. Now they are not going to give him. They'll just give him. It seems they just give him a what? He worked here from this date to this date. That's about it. We wish him all the best. They didn't mention one single positive comment because of how he left. His manager anyway was not in talking terms with him. His colleagues anyway, they were glad he left. So now he burned the bridges there. So now what do you do? And he still has to get a job. Thankfully, he has his parents. He has some savings and whatever, so he's not on the streets. But you see what I'm getting at. So the moral of the story, which I want to tell you, is don't be overly too confident that everything is fine. When you're making a change, give it time, settle down, and once things are perfect, then after that, be a little happy, but don't brag, because you just do not know who is going to spoil your party, or who's going to, who you'll need. Never burn bridges with people. Always keep, if not best friends, at least don't make them your worst enemies. So I hope this serves as a lesson to you guys, and just take it easy, relax. Don't be too confident and too sure about life. Okay, life has its unpredictable moments. Anyway, good, bad, ugly. Let me know of your thoughts, and do you know such individuals who have had such experiences? Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.